let's do the New York Times games for Wednesday, May 27th. Okay, they have Shakespeare plays in here. You have Hamlet, Othello, and Macbeth. I know there's a Lear one. I don't know if it's spelled this way, and isn't it King Lear? I'm not really all that knowledgeable about Shakespeare. In fact, the only one of these I've ever even read or seen any plays of is Hamlet. This feels like a trick, though. So, we'll see. Battleship, Operation, these are board games. Trouble? No. Trouble? Double Trouble? Something like that. Actually, I'm not sure about the board games now. Township, I think, is a like online or an app, you know, like a game in the App Store. But obviously, you wouldn't be putting those together. A hamlet's like a small town. So township, a commune, okay. A village. All right, that seems like a category. Oh, you know what? I think we have homophones for words for looking. Leer, peer, eye, and stare. Okay. That, I'm guessing, is purple, but we'll see. You never know with the colors. Macbeth ends in Beth. Nutmeg ends in Meg. Monogamy ends in Amy. What would be the fourth one? Joe. Banjo. Joe's a name. Especially without the E at the end. I feel like J-O is more the typically feminine version of the name. I don't see another one it could be. So what would that leave us with? We have that category. I'm thinking that one is purple. But we'll see. But what haven't we done yet? We haven't done Trouble. Othello. I. No, we did I. Battleship and Operation. Maybe the Operation. That doesn't make sense. Is Othello a game of some kind? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. We had the town category: Hamlet, Township, Village, Commune. We had Banjo, Nutmeg, Macbeth, and Amy, and then we had Stare, Eye, Peer, and Lear. Is this just games? I wouldn't. There's a game called Othello. All right. Well, we'll get to that. We're gonna do the names one. I feel like the names one's probably purple. Yes, ending in the Little Women March Sisters. Wow. Okay, that was very, very specific. And then the next one I'm thinking is, what was the one? The homophone one? Maybe. I'm thinking it's the homophone one. It's probably blue. All right, homophones of ways of looking. And we have a synonym category for like small towns. Yesterday the synonyms were green. So I'm not sure about this. I feel like this one should be green. And it is. Okay, classic board games. I have no idea what Othello is. Huh. And then just small town, small village, small community. There you go. All right. Reverse rainbow. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see what they give it. 2.3. Okay. Let's check the bot. Ooh, 59% solve rate. Losing by far and away the biggest. And then we have a big bump here at 1, which I think a lot of people fell for the Shakespeare one. I think a lot of people fell for it. All right, 99 skill. 1 in 90, so not very unique. I'm surprised it's this low, and yesterday's was so much higher. All right, and then almost 2/3 of people getting yellow first, and then the other 3 are all fairly close to one another. Let's check ever. Ever, yellow, I mean, not everybody, but the vast majority. And everything else is still pretty close to each other. So losing games, just 14% getting nothing. And yellow, yellow, blue, blue, nothing. Yellow, green. So people not getting purple if you lose. And then the colors for winning games are kind of all over the place, except for yellow being at the top. Which makes sense given the numbers. I mean, yellow was dominating the numbers, and the other 3 were all pretty close to each other. Okay. Let's check the mistakes. All right. Oh, 60% doing the Shakespeare one. It was way too obvious. Way too obvious for me. And like I said, I'm not even that familiar with Shakespeare. People having trouble with the board game one. All of them living out Othello, these 3. And just maybe guessing at the fourth one? Yeah, what the heck is Othello the board game? I've never heard of this. Othello board game. Oh, it's that game with just the grid and the black and white discs? Almost? That's called Othello? I've never played it. I've only seen it like on TV. All right. How'd you do? On to the mini. All right. Rare U.S. bills. 2s? 94 long model of the American Museum of Natural History. What? I have no idea. Cool it. Okay. Not sure. Bohemian. Check. Candy in a dispenser. Gum? Maybe? Nah, that doesn't look right with Czech, but that's not how you spell Czech, I don't think. But Czech Republic used to be the Kingdom of Bohemia, so that's what I was thinking. When repeated, it'll all be right. I'm not sure. Classic ballroom dance. Waltz, okay. Finally something. Maker of a Regenerist microsculpting cream. What? Reason for an R rating. Sex. Tortilla sandwich. A taco? Tortilla sandwich. Tacos are not sandwiches. Okay. 94-foot long model of... 94-foot long model at the American Museum of Natural History. I don't know. All right. Cool it okay. Relax. So it's not taco. Relax. Bohemian. Bohemian. I don't know. Candy in a dispenser. Pez dispenser. Okay. When repeated, it'll be all right. I have no idea. Maker of a Regenerist microsculpting cream. I have no clue. Tortilla sandwich. Tortilla sandwich. What is this? I have no idea what's happening right now. Oh, well, this is an A. I typed relax wrong. What is maker of a generous microsculpting cream? Tortilla sandwich. You'd think I would know that. When repeated, it'll be all right. When repeated, it'll be all right. I can't think of anything. What is this word? Tortilla sandwich. I don't. Am I right about everything? We're already to 3 minutes on the mini. I was just saying how easy the minis have gotten lately. And everything's right. All right, what's a 94-foot long model of the American Museum of Natural History? Some sort of animal, I'm guessing. A whale? Oh, a wrap. That's not a sandwich. Wraps aren't sandwiches. Okay. There. Okay. Arts? RT? Wow, that was rough. I don't consider wrap sandwiches. Sandwiches, I know there's a whole debate about, like what makes a sandwich, going back to the hot dog and sandwich thing. When someone says, let's go out for sandwiches, they don't mean a wrap. In my opinion. Okay. That one I actually think is kind of iffy. The hot dog one I'm completely out on. I don't think of it. Sorry, if somebody asked me if I wanted to go out for sandwiches, I would not go out for a wrap. Wraps are just burritos with non-Mexican food ingredients. Okay. And then I'm assuming that's a blue whale at the Museum of Natural History. I've never been, so that was just a guess. All right. Anyway, that was bad. How'd you do? On to pips. All right, this needs to be a 3. We have a couple of 3s, but this is going to be 3-0 because we couldn't pick the 3-5 here because this is less than 3. Ooh, this is greater than 15. This is greater than 15, so we're going to need 2 5s and then the 6. So how are we doing that? I'm guessing we're doing this, and then 2 5 over, 3 5 up. And nope, I had it right. That was a mistake. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay. 27 seconds. On to medium. Greater than 0. Okay, that's not very helpful. Well, the zeros can only go either in these 2 spots or these 3 spots, or we could do 0 6 in here. So I'm not sure about that. We only have 1 5, so this has to be 6 4. I'm guessing we're going to put the 0 4 right here. Let's try that. Let's try it. And then, I don't know, 6 2, sure. This would have to be a 5, and it would have to go this way. This would have to then be a 4, and we could do 0 or 4 6. How are we making 6 down here? We could do 1 4, 1 2. No. Uh-oh. Because this needs to be a 2. There's no way to make 6 with the rest of these numbers. Okay. So this is wrong. Can we pivot, though? Wait up. What did I just do? I had 5 4, and then I had 4 6. What if I did 1 2 and then we did 0 4 this way? Would that work? No, because I still need a 2 here. All right. I think this is wrong. However we're doing this, I think this is wrong. Okay. Well, maybe the 0 4 still goes here. Maybe this just isn't the 6 4 or the 6 2. Maybe it's the 6 4, and then this is a 3. Let's try that. Actually, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Because the only 3 I have is a 0. You can't do that. So this has to be the 6 2. Right? Well, unless there's 6 going down here. Well, let's add these up. This is 16 plus 17 is 35. Plus 6 is 41. Plus at least 1 is 42. And then we have 8, 18, 21, 25, 33, plus 9 is 42. Okay, wait up. That doesn't make sense. 17 plus 16 is 35, 41, 42. And we had 8, 18, 21, 25, plus 8 is 33, plus 9 is 42. What am I counting wrong? Am I counting something wrong? Because these both can't be 42 because we only have 2 zeros. So it makes sense if we had 3 zeros, but we only have 2. So we have 5, 8, 15. No, 5, 8, 18, 21, 22. No. 21, 25. 33 plus 9 is 42. Am I counting something wrong up here? This has to be 0, 6 then. Okay, this has to be 0, 6. That's what we're doing. No, that doesn't make sense either. I'm confused. 35, 41, 42. Am I just really bad at addition here? $17 plus 16 is 33. Oh, wait up. It's 33, not 35. Yeah. I was adding 18 to 17 and 16. Okay. So we're at 17 plus 16 is 33 plus 6 is 39. So we're at 40 maybe. Which means we're leaving out at most 2. Okay. That just cost me a ton of time. Oh well. So I feel like we're going to leave out 2 zeros and a 2. Right? All right, let's just place things, I guess. That probably didn't help me at all. I don't really see how it helped me, honestly. The 0, 3 is interesting. I feel like it has to go with the 5 in one of these cages. So if we did this, then this could be 5, 4. But then this would have to be 4, which we could do. We could do this. We could do 4, 6, 4. This would have to be a 1. 1, 4. But then this would be 6, 2. Oh no, that works, that works, that works. Yeah, and then we could do this and this. Okay. Wow. All that addition, I don't know if that helped me all that much. In fact, I'm sure it just took me way more time than it needed to. Anyway, on to hard. Oh, okay. I'm usually pretty good at these ones, but last time it was a bit of a struggle. So do we have any doubles? They don't have these in order like they normally do. They usually have them in order. Huh, okay. Are we missing any numbers from here? I see 3, 4, 1, 5, 0, 2, 6, 3. I think we have at least one of every number in here. Okay. Do we have a 4, 4? We do. Do we have a 4, 1? We do. Okay. Do we have a 4, 3? Yes. Do we have a 3? We have to have a 3, 3. Okay, so a 3, 3 is going here in some form or another. We don't have a 6, 3, so this one can't go this way or this way, so it has to be 6, 4, 6, 2. We have a 6, 4, and we have a 6, 2. Okay. We do not have a 1, 1, so this one is either going 0, 1 here or 0, 1 here. We do have, obviously, 1, 0, 1. How many zeros do we have accounted for? We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have all 3 zeros. We have a 0, 1, a 0, 2, and a 0, 5. Well, we don't have a 0, 3. We don't have a 0, 4, so this one has to be the 0, 1. Okay, we have our first forced domino. And we still have a 0, 2, which could go here. 0, 5 could go here. 0, 2 could go here as well. 0, 5 could go this way. Well, we don't have a 0, 3, so this 3 has to be a 3, 4 in some way. Let's just do that. Okay, so this one can't be a 3, 4 this way, which means it either has to be 3, 3 or 3, 6. Do we have a 3, 3? Well, we have to have a 3, 3. Do we have a 3, 6? We don't have a 3, 6, so this one's forced to be a 3, 3. That doesn't mean this one's forced. This could still go this way. But we just don't have a 3, 3 that way. We don't have a 3, 6, so this one has to be a 3, 1. Where's the 3, 1? Okay. We have a 6, 4, and a 6, 2, so that one we don't know yet. What else is forced? We don't have a 2, 2, I don't think. So we have a 2, 5 or 2, 1. We don't have a 2, 5. We do have a 2, 1. Just want to double check. Yeah, I don't see a 2, 5, so this is going to have to be a 2, 1 up, which forces this to be a 4, 4. Whoops, that needs to go there like that. And then we don't have a 2, 5, so this has to be the 5, 0. Need to flip it around though. Okay. Which means this is the 0, 2. It probably is going up, but I don't know that for sure. Well, we don't have a 5, 2. So if I did 0, 5 this way, this would have to be a 5, 2, and we don't have that. So the 0, 2 is going like this. And this is, no, we have 2 5s left. I was about to say this is our last 5, but we have 2 of them left. Okay. What else is forced? This has to be a 2, 3. This has to be a 1, 4. We don't have a 4, 4 anymore, so this has to be a 2, 4, which means this is 6, 4. And then the 6, 2 is going here, the 3, 5 is going here, and the 5, 4 is going here. All right, nice. Much faster than the medium. That medium is still just, I don't know why that took me so long. But yeah, these ones I'm generally pretty good at because you can find a lot of logic in there, a lot of contradictions. Like if you place one domino, it eliminates stuff elsewhere, you know, when you're doing these ones. So I enjoy these ones quite a bit. Okay, if you're enjoying the videos, please consider hitting that join button down below to support the channel and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.